Okay, Dr. Amy here. I've just created this little activity for my students through Google Sites, and I wanted to be able to show you how I did some of the various features so that you can sort of copy and paste what you enjoy about this. This is done through Google Sites, so the first thing I'll do is explain the activity and show you some of the features. So this is an inventory activity. We're still doing some distance learning at our school, so some of these things that we would normally do on campus have to be done from home. One of those things is to take a medical office inventory. So this is my little Bitmoji here with some instructions. And then I've created this little button that will allow them to open up the inventory form. I do this as a copy, and I'll show you how to do that through the next few videos just so that everybody is not working out of the same shared document. This creates their own individual copy, which then they can share with me later or upload into a Dropbox. So essentially here what they get with this inventory is this is what the inventory should be, okay, inside the office. This is how much they should have, and what they have to do is look through the closets and the drawers to find what is on hand, and then obviously subtract those things to find the amounts to order. So now if you come back to the web page and scroll down just a little bit, here is your nice little medical office, and you've got this nice little desk set up, and then you've got this little room labeled office supplies. And of course, the instructions above do tell us, okay, that you can find the supplies that you have on hand by looking in your computer desk drawer or in the supply cabinet. So I've given a very clear indication of the two locations that you can find things. So first, let's head to our desk drawer. And if you click right over it, and you can see I just literally clicked on the desk, what happens is it opens up another web page. And this is the inside of the desk drawer, and you can see that there are some objects placed here. And next to each of these objects is a little plus sign, and when you hover over the plus, you will see that inside this desk drawer is one box of pencils at 24 count, one telephone messaging pad, 2 packages of index cards, one small and one large box of paper clips, one box of pens. If you click on anything else, there aren't options, but you can go into the office supply closet. Once you're in the office supply closet, what you see is a couple of shelves, again with similar things. So you do have some repeats in this particular activity that you might store in the actual office or inside your individual drawer versus what you'd have in the supply closet. Some of these supplies like gauze, thermometers, right, gloves are things that you are only going to find right inside the supply closet. So essentially what they will do is they will hover over each item. So first we're looking at pencils, and there was one case inside your drawer, and there are, so one box in the drawer, one box in the supply cabinet. Okay, so that's 2 boxes on hand, and if you should have 3, obviously the students have to then complete that there's 1 to order. Pencil sharpeners, you can see there was nothing in the drawer, but there is a pencil sharpener, and there is just 1 in the supply cabinet. So we're going to place 1 with what we have on hand, which means we need to order 1. Same with the reams of paper. Again, there was no paper in the drawer. It is just all here, and you can see the little paper icon. 10 reams of paper is what they have. If we have to have 25, okay, 15 is what is left. All right, and obviously they'll just continue by going back and forth to the drawer and the cabinet. But what I wanted to show you guys, and then they will copy me on this assignment, or you could place this in a Google Classroom. We don't use Google Classroom. I do just have them share this with me one-on-one so that I can place the assignment grade elsewhere once they've completed it. But let me show you, okay, how I've created some of these assignments so that you guys can use some of the same tools to create some very cute activities. Okay, first what I've got here, open. Oops, and I unfortunately did this. I undid this. So what I did here was really just create a basic spreadsheet, and you can just do this by going through new, right, creating a Google Sheet, and then I did a blank one. What I did was just essentially create a digital spreadsheet. I didn't do anything fancy with drop downs. I filled in everything manually. I just made up item numbers. This was not the type of activity where these numbers were something the students had to fill in. but this is definitely what they want to do is this left-hand category. So the first thing I did was just create this spreadsheet digitally. I'm not going to go through how to create a spreadsheet. Certainly you can find that in lots of locations, or we could do a different video on that. But to create the spreadsheet, right, just create this digital copy. Okay, so once that's done, make sure, of course, that you click share right at the top. And then I would want to change anyone on the internet with this link can view. So make sure that that is the case. We're going to talk about how to copy that link into the button in just a moment. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is create the beginning of the website. So I'm going to go into my Drive, create new, and I want to create a Google site. Okay, as this pops up, it will give you a couple of options. Now I created a much smaller header type. I just wanted title only. I created just the inventory management game, right? Whatever you want to title it, you can title the site. Okay. It should just be all together. It makes it just easier. And you will see that it saves. And of course I can't spell. Okay. But that's okay. We're just going to use this as a sample. All right, so how did I get my little Bitmoji in there? If you are not familiar with Bitmoji, let me scroll on up here for you. It is an add-on that you can do with Google. So let me scroll up the page here. All right, these are called Bitmojis. You can add this right to your desktop. You do have to do this particular one with Snapchat from the phone initially, but once you've taken a picture so that you pick out which Bitmoji character you want that sort of looks like you, you can certainly, do that. And all you have to do then, once you set this up, is just create this. And you just simply, okay. So I just chose a pointing, right? So you could choose any number of, okay. So you can simply copy the image, right, and then just paste it onto the website. Okay, you're allowed to move these around. I added various text boxes. You can simply resize, reposition. These are quite simple to do. All right, so that when I did my instructions, okay, and of course, as you text edit, you can change size. So if you want it slightly larger, bold, underlined, centered, I mean, there's sort of no limit, just like any Word document. So instructions here. Let's talk about how I got that little button and how we have the students create a copy of their own inventory sheet. So again, remember, I set up just an initial inventory sheet, but if you share this, you either do one of two things. You just make it visible to people on the internet, which is fine if it's a picture, a slide, some sort of a video or presentation, because students don't have to do anything with it. But because I'm asking the student to do something with this and to create their own set of calculations in here, I'm going to want them to get in here. If I get in and I just simply share it with my classroom, any student who goes in makes changes for every student who is shared on this. So it's not really the best option here because I want each one of my students to do their own work. And again, I don't have a Google Classroom because we don't use Google Classroom. So this is my way sort of around that. So number one, I copy the link. Okay. I go back to my website and there is this little option down here on the right-hand side that says button. Okay, the button, I'm just going to label it their inventory sheet to log. And I'm going to copy and paste that link. But is that really any different than just simply sharing? So what I need to do is at the end of that website page, there's this little portion that'll have the /edit $USP equals sharing. All right, what you need to do is just take out these 4 letters, edit, and put in the word copy, and then click insert. Okay, you can then resize, you can recolor, right? All of these different types, you can change all of this. You can also change the themes if you want to change up total colors. I'm just going to keep it simple for instruction here. Okay, so now that I've done that, when the students click on that link, okay, now they're not all going to be linked into the exact same spreadsheet. What they're going to get, right, is do you want to make a copy? Of course, instruct your students to yes. make a copy because now they each have their own individual copy. And when they share it with you later, when they're done, you essentially get everybody's individual assignment. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So that is why I choose to go that route rather than just sharing it, which works, but then everybody's working on the same copy. You can certainly, do it in various methods, but I just find this as simple. It's just a couple clicks of the button. It is pretty easy to change over. So I would type my instructions. I would type my inventory sheet log. Now, I needed to create that little picture at the bottom. Okay, that started out my entire assignment. But I'm going to tell you that I know, before I even do that, and we'll do that in video number 2, but we're going to create the pages, that I only want 2 links off of this page. One for the drawers, one for the office supplies. Okay, I wasn't going to create links for any of these other things, although there really is no limit to the number of links that you can create. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this pages. I'm going to scroll over here a little bit to this right-hand side, and I'm going to click those 3 little dots, and I'm going to add a subpage. Let's title it. So I had one that was called drawer. Okay, and now you'll see we're in the drawer. The problem is at the top, it's going to have a drop-down menu. You don't want students to just be able to go to any page they want in this scenario. So again, next to drawer, that little 3 down, just hide it from the navigation. That means it's still all grouped together, but the students can't just go wherever they want. Okay, I'm then going to add my second subpage, which I called supply room. And of course, you can keep this nice and simple, right? And again, now that we're at supply room, right, because we hid the drawer is not showing from the home to the supply room. So we're going to hide this one as well. So again, we can set things up there. We can create other links, but the students can't just navigate from this top right-hand drop-down menu. Okay, so we do want to create the links, and in fact, what you're going to have to do is you will have to click publish. I realize it's not complete yet, but in order to get those links into a usable image to create a web link, you do have to click publish. The good news is it's really not visible to the students, and in fact, when you click publish, you can make it invisible as one of your options. So you can do an option to do your published settings if you want, to make sure, right, you can custom URLs, you could do brand imaging, but you can make sure that this is not really visible, okay, until you're ready to do so, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to create, we'll go back to the home page, we're going to create that homepage picture that I created over here. Now, I'm not going to go through 100% of the steps, but on the next video, I am going to walk you through how to create a basic picture with links, okay, so that they're embedded. And remember that when they were embedded, right, the students didn't have to follow any link, didn't have to do any touch. All they have to do is hover over where you created the links, and in this case, either the drawers or the office supply door, right, that I created, okay? And again, you can do this on any number of things in order to get to the next activity. And it'll open right up by simply clicking the picture. So let me show you how I've created that component.